The Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for Harrison Township for December 10th, 2024 will come to order. Mr. Gleason, would you please call roll?
Yes. Mr. Brado?
Here.
Mr. Gleason's here. Mr. Leonetti?
Here.
Ms. Oparka?
Here.
Ms. Torp?
Here. Next item is approval of the agenda. Do I hear a motion?
I will make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll
Second.
support.
Support, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
That's approved. We have minutes from our last meeting. Are there any changes to page 1 or page 2? Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Support by Mr. Brado. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. The first case, Mr. Gleason, would you read it?
Absolutely. Case number 07-24, David Drozdowski at 39430 Venetian, property number 17-12-15-351-013. They're requesting a .52-foot side yard setback variance from Article 16, Section 16.01, and a 5.6 impervious surface variance from Article 14, Section 14.09 for an addition to their house.
Is there someone here to discuss the case? Would you please go to the podium and state your name and address for the record?
Hello, good afternoon. Dave Drozdowski, 39430 Venetian Drive.
All right. Would you like to present your reason? why you're
Yes,
here?
so for the side yard setbacks, we are asking to maintain our current setbacks. The house was built at about 5.5, depending on which side you look at. We're requesting to just extend that side setback further towards the front of the property. We're not asking for any additional. And then for the impervious surface, while working with architects, we've deemed it the best path forward would be to build out on our home and to maintain load-bearing walls on the front of the home and add useful room sizes. We would be bringing the structure out about 13 feet forward. And you have the site plan in front of you. So essentially creating a rectangle with our home instead of the L shape. And in that process, while maintaining a ranch, it is going to bring us above the 45% allowable mark. In that calculation, we do have our deck. It's a slotted wooden deck that was included as impervious. I've seen some townships and municipalities count that as semi-permeable, giving some kind of multiplier in this calculation. So that was not considered when providing that 50.6 overall percentage. Overall, the idea was also to stay within a ranch design to stay copacetic with the surrounding properties. Building up, we would be the oddball on our street. I believe it's 6 properties north and the 6 south of us are all ranches, and to basically prevent an eyesight of this is clearly an addition, we chose this route for the plan.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
So you are actually, like, based on the 11.6 letter, it's only a 1% impervious surface variance you're requesting, correct?
My understanding is that it's a 5.6. I might have that.
From 45 to...
That's, I'm just trying to clarify.
I've seen
'Cause
different
here it
property
says-
zones. It's either 45 or 50%.
This is from,
So it seems in Brent's notes that it's only a 1%
Yeah.
impervious surface variation.
1%?
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess
That's what
it's
I
really.
was trying to
Well, I'm
clarify.
assuming that means that our municipality, or Brent's calculation, he's not including the wooden deck.
Yeah, he says this percentage was verified by a licensed surveyor after the initial permit application. The application also included the deck, which should not have been included.
Okay.
So you're only asking for 1%.
Yes, that's a correction. Thank you.
Just wanted to clarify.
Any other questions from the board? Or
I
the
have no
petitioner?
questions.
All right, thank you.
Sir, we will go into board discussion.
Personally, I think the side setback is absolutely acceptable, given the fact he's going to continue the same line. I think it would look odd if he actually set that back even further, given he would be maintaining the existing side lot setback at this point. That's my thoughts on the
I agree.
side yard setback.
My only thought is this design, this sketch here is showing jutting way out from the other homes in the row. Does that not look like what we're seeing here?
This one here looks like he's almost even with.
I know, but see this one, excuse me, see this one down here?
Yeah. Yeah, that one there confused me, but when I look at this here.
I think
think we have
that's
a
just
question.
showing where the lot is.
Yeah, that's just showing what
That's
a lot is,
just lot,
right.
that's not the
Because if
building.
you look
Okay.
here, it looks like he's even, when he brings that extra bit right here, he's even with the house next door, pretty much.
You see
correct?
this thing, it appears that you're taking your building out, and that's not what you
No,
meant.
that's my
then.
property.
Okay, that's your lot,
This,
okay.
while you're up here, and this is, I was looking at, going forward, this is your neighbor's house here, right? And you're pretty much in line.
Yes, so I spoke with Brett about this. It would be, I think, 2 feet.
Forward, okay,
Yes.
okay, that's fine, that's fine.
I drove the property, and it is all pretty much in a line, and I
Right.
agree with you that if you went up,
Yeah,
it
we
would
have-
just not.
Across the canal, someone did it to me. It's out of place, but.
I know. Any other discussion? Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll make the motion that we approve the variance requested by the petitioner, both for the 1% and for the additional.
I'll support that.
Okay, motion by Mr. Leonetti, supported by Mr. Brado. Would you take roll, please, Mr. Gleason?
Yes, Mr. Leonetti.
Yes.
Mr. Brado?
Yes.
Mr. Gleason, yes. Ms. Oparka?
Yes.
Ms. Torp?
Yes. Congratulations.
Sorry it took an extra month or so.
Weather's still warm and nice for you to, can you break ground and begin?
We'll be waiting until spring regardless.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
Thank you very much.
And you're all set, so you can stay and listen
You
to
may
the
stay,
rest
yeah.
if you want, or you can.
Super interesting, these cases.
Brent will
Yeah,
follow
take care.
up.
Have a good holidays.
The next case, would you read it, Mr. Gleason?
Yes, case number 08-24, Rhonda Bell Malnar, 38008 Huron Point. Property number 17-12-22-352-016, requesting an allowable rear yard setback.
Is there someone here to present? Okay, please.
Please go.
As with the other petitioner, to the podium, state your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. Rhonda Bell Milner, 38008 Grand Point Drive. Our contractor was supposed to be here tonight, so apologies for that. He had an emergency he had to attend to. Currently, I don't know if you have the photos of our current structure that's up. But it comes out 6 feet, but when you walk out from our patio, there's a huge drop down, and it's slatted, and there's no proper drainage or anything, so we would like to take the structure down, rebuild it to have it a straight walkout and with proper drainage and with the gutters that it needs, because when it rains, it comes in towards our house, towards the back patio and the windows. So we're asking for to come out another 6 feet, so it's 12 feet altogether, to come to the end of our patio. Because right now, it's only halfway, and it's not a feasible structure. It's falling apart.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just old and, again,
And,
right now, we don't really use it a lot.
Well, we
It's
can't.
only 6 feet, so it's only.
okay,
just-
and then here's our neighbors.
Yeah, the view from
View
the
for her,
side.
from Beverly's side, our
Yeah, we
neighbor.
got-
And she has a shed, so it would not be blocking anybody's view.
Did you include that?
I'm sorry.
So-
Here,
Oh, I don't have that.
Like a side shot, like off. the
a side shot of our neighbor's yard, and her shed is right, even with our balcony, so it would not block anybody's view.
Yeah, I read that, but I didn't see.
And we want to rebuild it properly so it has proper drainage, good height. And then if you notice, just if you look at the picture, because like she said, there's like a 6-inch step down. When you go out the door. and we wanna make
You're
it
gonna
like- so
fall.
it's level.
And it's,
And then it'll be real nice, you know, and have the proper drainage. Probably underneath it, we'll have like a little light so she can
No.
have her little patio, right?
It's okay. The main thing is we want to cover it with proper drainage so that it doesn't cause any more damage.
So you're keeping the downstairs deck, or you're redoing it all?
Yeah, we were doing it, but it's only coming out to there, and we just want it to come to the end of it, so it doesn't look so odd.
And I believe you said to cover the existing.
The existing,
That's
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, to come out to the end.
So the existing patio on the first level, that's
It's,
staying?
it's 12 feet from the
Yeah,
house.
and it's 12 feet, it's gonna be that same
That's
size?
it,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know how the
Okay.
contractor built it that way, it's just kind of odd when they built the house to
Consider that
only
a
come out.
cantilever, you know, because I was there when they were talking about it.
Oh,
They got the
okay.
same picture, right?
Well, there it is.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So just so I'm clear, the bottom one is gonna stay the same.
Yes,
Yes.
it's same.
And then you're just going the upper one to cover it. is
Yeah, we just want to cover it because
Because right
it
now,
only
when it
comes
rains,
out
like, if you were
halfway
sitting
in.
there, it would,
Sure.
it's just slats of wood,
It's-
you know. that
it's
just
falling
rains.
apart.
And we want to put like a thing underneath it that will catch the drops and filter it over to like
Right, 'cause
some
it's
drainage area.
Coming towards our house and that.
Any other
And
questions?
that's all.
It's got 72 inches.
Yeah.
And it is 72 existing at this time.
So what is the
Any other
variance,
questions?
I guess?
Thank you very much.
And it'll look
Okay.
nicer too. It'll look nicer.
Oh.
You know, it's not gonna look like the worn wood or.
Oh, okay, here we go, because our ordinance says any deck slash balcony that is 8 inches over the first floor must meet setbacks, okay.
Yeah.
But the current deck doesn't meet the
Not
setback
at all,
requirement.
no. They sit down there and they get wet. Any other discussion?
I guess that-
Well, we're, that's just, yeah, 'cause it's the whole project.
I mean, they could. This is my, because these waterfront lots are so non-conforming.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Is there a motion?
But yeah, I'll make a motion. I don't mind.
Okay.
I move that we approve the petitioner's request for their variance. I will note in my motion that they already have an existing lower deck, and all they propose to do here is match that lower deck to an upper deck that they're going to reconstruct so that the whole lower deck is covered. So, and that, since that lower deck exists at this point, I don't see any problems with it, so.
Is there support?
Thank you. And it'll look a lot
We're
better.
not there yet.
Hold on.
Got to go through the process. It's okay. Is there support for the motion?
I'll support that.
Thank you, Ms. Oparka. Mr. Gleason, would you take roll?
Yes. Mr. Leonetti?
Yes.
Ms. Oparka?
Yes.
Mr. Brado?
Yes.
Mr. Gleason? Yes. Ms. Torp?
Yes. Now you're done. Thank
See you
you.
next summer.
And you did great. Your
No problem.
contractor didn't come, but you did
Fine,
great.
you're fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, you're,
I didn't know what questions or what to ask.
You're good.
It's
You-
only ripping down a deck and putting a better one up.
Get it?
and cover, which makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, right now, if we had, like, where you had a grill in the back, if it would rain or something, it's great for
Really bad.
Well, congratulations and enjoy.
Enjoy it. Yep,
Thank
take
you.
care. Have good holidays. Yep, take care. Yep.
Mr. Gleason, would you read the third case?
Here, right here. Take my, around your paperwork. Take mine.
Okay. Case number 09-24, Detroit Architectural Group, property number 17-12-16-100-004, property number 171206100005, also property number 171206100008, and finally property number 1712061000-012. He is requesting a variance from Article 5, Section 4.01, Section A and B, to omit the nautical theme requirement and propose alternative exterior building materials.
Thank you. So are you here to present, sir? Please. Per the protocol.
Good evening, Bo Wynn, Detroit Architectural Group, one of the principals there. You did good. It's hard on this side of it, right? Being a private citizen and coming up, and it can be very intimidating.
Yes.
I think, Melody, I was here back in April, so finally this thing's getting a little traction. And one of the things when I came, I brought the ordinance, and the ordinance stipulated that 3/4 of it or more had to be fiber cement sided and have a nautical theme. So we did a little Google walk, went downtown, and it was apparent there were some thematic elements happening there. With our property being on the west side of 94, right in the northwest tip of the community, adjacent to Clinton Township and other buildings, we thought that it may be prudent and better served that this building matches the adjacent neighbors rather than being a white elephant, if you will. Not that a nautical theme would be a white elephant, but perhaps it may stand out just a little bit. So we pursued that direction. And we're going to work in some fiber cement panels on some of this, some nishiha, but also the majority of the building will be brick. It'll be durable materials. Steel frame, what we typically do with these strip malls, just so you know, and you don't need to know this for ZBA probably, but we extend the parapet around the whole perimeter so that anybody renting the space, a tenant, can put whatever rooftop equipment, anything they want, and it will be completely screened. So we have to do a dog bullpen or something up on top. But that's really it. That's the crux to the deal that we're making. And the hardship, I know a lot of times the ZBA will ask, hey, it's a ground up. What's your hardship? Indeed, I think the hardship is that it would be such a different building to rent to national tenants that would want to come in and be so different from, the areas maybe they would not want to. That may not appeal to them.
Any questions of the petitioner?
No, I
You
can
would
give our
just-
perspective from
Thank
Planning
you.
Commission.
Please
So
do.
this has been to the Planning Commission. It came in September. There were some other deficiencies with the site plan, but this was one of the biggest things is that we wanted to allow the applicant time to come for the variance. Our ordinance is very strict in the 75% fiber cement siding and the nautical theme. There was no leeway for the Planning Commission to just waive that at the meeting. So the recommendation from the planner was, and I did speak with the township attorney as well, that this was the best course of action. The hardship is our zoning ordinance doesn't allow that variability. I think we can all agree this is a unique site. It's our only property. If you look at the zoning map, it's our only property west of 94 there. So that's in the
A lot of people
township.
don't even know that's Harrison Township right there.
I didn't
I
until it
did.
got rezoned a couple years ago. So that's from my perspective. If you have any other questions,
Is that your motion?
I can make that
That was
motion unless
pretty close to a
people have
motion.
other questions.
But is there any other discussion? No?
No, I just think that the petitioner made some good points, and as well as what you guys determined in the planning commission. Number one, it's west of I-94. Number two, it's not anywhere near our water, you know what I mean? It's quite a ways away from Jefferson. And I think number three, you hit it on the spot. You don't want to look like a sore thumb among the other buildings in the area. So, for that reason, I'll support any motion.
And I drove around and I looked, and the brick that is on the one that is just south of Hall, it looks very nice. If that's the kind of thing you're planning, it looked really nice, and this would be more consistent.
And that is a good location to go after some national or even regional tenants. So, it's a great spot.
Easy on you.
Traffic flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're going to have 6 tenants, is what I thought I saw? 6 tenants is what, in your plans?
So far, unless we double up but one thing for sure, it'll never change. Kind of like,
Is there a motion?
Yes, I will make a motion to approve the variance from, let me find the number here. Article 4, Section 4.04 A and B to omit the nautical theme requirement and use the proposed brick exterior that the applicant is proposing. This is based on the practical difficulty caused by our zoning ordinance to not allow that variability on that property. It's a unique property. It's the only one we have like this in the township, so.
Is there support?
Justification.
I support the motion.
Mr. Gleason, support. Would you take the roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Opaska?
Yes.
Mr. Gleason, yes. Mr. Brado?
Yes.
Mr. Leonetti?
Yes.
Ms. Torp?
Yes.
Good. Blessing.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holiday.
Thank
Do
you.
you have to drive back to Wyandotte now?
I grew up down there. That is a drive. But it's so pretty. It's right along the river.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Oh, I went there all the time. That's where we went to swim and play golf. Yes.
I've never been there. I've never been to Grosse Ile.
That's like a 5-mile long, 3-mile wide island right before Lake Erie happens. A couple bridges to get to it, there's a lot of wildlife on there, but
It's beautiful. When we were kids, we would go all the way around to get to the Free Bridge because we didn't want to pay the toll.
What's going on with Bablo over there? I hear you can take a tour if you go out
they're
there.
restoring a bunch of the buildings.
Okay, yeah.
Funny thing, back in the late 80s, I actually parked it on the Babel.
Did you really? Yeah.
Great time.
I heard there's some kind of thing where you go out there and they'll give you a golf tour of like what's existing now, or is that just a,
There's gotta be 50, 60 beautiful homes.
there's homes, I know that.
8,000 square foot, beautiful residential.
Yeah.
Are they on septic? I mean, they don't have
Yeah.
sewers. They're on septic.
Septic, yeah.
Well,
In
we
the-
have- Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
In the early 90s, the company I used to work for, we had our company picnic on Bablo. We rented the whole island.
That's, yeah.
That was pretty, I mean, it was sad in a way,
Yeah.
but
The Space Needle's still there. You can still see that, yeah, yeah.
But growing up down there, that was the big thing all summer, as often as you could. You took the boat.
The boat would be filled with people, and be 45
Yeah.
minutes down, you drop everybody off, and you sleep on the way back, because you don't know, how midnight cruises, and
Oh, yeah. The Moonlight Cruise.
yeah, right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Is there any old business? New business? Announcements? Public comments? I think not.
No.
And our next meeting is January 14th. Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Two meetings for one.
And we have enough paper to cause a bonfire here.